Hi guys and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 here with Rangers. We're about to take on CSKA Moscow over in Russia. Final game in our Group G campaign here, I suppose, in the Champions League. Bilbao are away at Spurs. Bilbao need to beat Spurs at White Hart Lane and they need us to lose to CSKA Moscow for us to go out of the competition. We get a draw, we're guaranteed second place. We get a win, we have an outside chance of leapfrogging Spurs, I think. We're 2 behind Spurs, aren't we? We're 1 behind Spurs, actually. So if we win and Spurs fail to win, we'll jump them, but it's an outside chance there. We beat CSKA Moscow, of course, the last time we played them. We are reverting to our 3 at the back formation today, and we're going to clear the selection so we can have a fresh look. We'll be going with Ian Fulton, and then we'll be going with Manuel Riedel, Stefano Denswil, Murray Wallace, right wing back, pardon me, Jordan Houston. Probably not quite ready to return. He can get 45 minutes, but we'll start with Sam Byram. I think there at wing back. On the other side, of course, Cameron Borthwick-Jackson. In the middle of the park, box to box, we'll go Danilo Cataldi, who I think can play the full, past 75 minutes. Or will we go for Jonas McGinn, I wonder? Do you know, we'll go with Cataldi and Burjonas, I think. In behind the striker, we will go Andre Horta and, of course, Liam Henderson. And for the striker, we will go with Alfredo Morelos, who should more or less be able to play, I think. Fitness test not required. I don't know, it's a bit sketchy. We'll start big odds on Edouard up front. He is leaving the club. This will be his last Champions League game for Rangers. Possibly the last Champions League game in his career, actually, because he's going down to... Is it Cardiff he's going to? He's going to Birmingham, pardon me. So possibly the last Champions League game Odsonne Edouard will ever play. On the bench, McCrory, Fernandes, Mitchell, Houston, McGinn, Afif, Tim Gallagher and Morelos. There we go, that'll be the lineup. Let's go get the job done in Russia. If we fail to secure at least second place here, it will be absolutely devastating because we're in such a good position. We're going to see we can qualify for the knockout round with a win here, so go out and impress me. And we'll just encourage them on the day. I think we've got enough in the tank to actually beat this CSKA Moscow side. They're not overly impressive, actually. Not got a lot of fan support here in the ground either. They've got some decent players. I mean, Batshuayi, Zagwev, both all decent players. For Tongan, even at his age. Consigli in goals, decent. Kuja Chol is decent as well, so is Nias. But nobody really stands out in this squad. I think we can beat them. And we're going to have a good go at it. Here's Borthwick-Jackson to Henderson now. Looking to get it into the box. Back to Burjonas. Time to pick a pass. It's into Cataldi. We know he can hit them. Creates space for Henderson. Burjonas. He's got Horta there. He can hit them too. Just maintaining possession here so far though. Henderson. Borthwick-Jackson. Moves it quickly. Horta's got space to try and bend one. It deflects. It's back to Cataldi. Oh, what a save by Consigli. The Italian denied by the Italian goalkeeper. What a hammer that was from Cataldi, but very well saved. Whipped in and Vertonghen will clear and Petrov will probably get rid for CSKA up to Batshuayi. Counter's possibly on here if we're not careful. Into the middle. Oh, and Manuel Riedel tracking back does so well. So good start. 25 minutes gone. 7 shots to their 2 thus far. Doing very well. I'm going to praise the boys. We've certainly dominated the game, although we've not been doing that great. You know, Edouard with a 6.6, Henderson, Horta 6.6, 6.5. So we've been a bit wasteful going forward. As Bilbao take the lead at New White Hart Lane, now we have to be careful. Duda playing it out wide to Petrov. Closed down quickly by Byram. Into Ku and Zagwev. We go behind here and we drop down to third. Petrov. Inside to Ku, it's forward to Zagwev again. They're in looking at the back line now. Reverse to Petrov. Duda's in space to hammer one. He does volley it. It loops over Fulton, but it goes wide of the post. Now, if we want to look at this in a positive light, if we were to actually go and win this game, we would qualify as top of the group. We're on 10, as are Bilbao, as are Spurs. We're obviously maintaining second place because of our head-to-head record with Bilbao. Spurs are maintaining top because of their head-to-head record against us. It's time to dig in and show what we've got, guys. Murray Wallace on the yellow card is going to come off for Ivanildo Fernandes. There's not much between them in terms of quality. and we want to watch that booking. Cataldi will come off for McGinn, probably after about an hour, as Brooks finds Sergei Petrov, and CSKA start the half. Still not had a shot on target, CSKA. We've had 4, but we're just being a bit wasteful. Poor ratings on all the front 3, you could say. Oh, there you go. Spurs are level through Mauro Icardi. I think we're going to take this opportunity. Bilbao are ahead again to take off Cataldi for McGinn. And you know, I'm going to pull Henderson for Tim Gallagher. And we'll give 25 minutes to the squad just now. Wow, wait a minute. Bilbao are ahead of us. How did that happen? How did that happen? Athletic Bilbao have now moved up into 2nd place. All of a sudden we have to go for this. Not entirely sure how that's happened. Maybe they've got a superior head-to-head over Spurs or something like that. I really don't know. But that's a very strange development. Now I'm kind of struggling with what to do. I'm going to move Byram up to be basically a winger. Cameron Borthwick-Jackson can't do that. But I will make him an attacking wing-back. And all of a sudden we've got 15 minutes to score here. Because Spurs are losing. If we do score on the bright side, we will go top. It's forward to Odsonne Edouard, head away by Baumgartlinger, and it's Robert Mack picking it up. Good challenge, but it breaks to Budibus. And now it's Koo coming out wide. Riedel can't get it. Petrov now. There's a lot queuing up in the middle to swing it. Byram nicks it. Go on, Horta. Hit this forward. Hits it. It's a decent pass. Gallagher moves it quickly to Edward. Does well, actually, to keep possession there, Tim Gallagher. Go out wide. There you go. It's out to Borthwick-Jackson. Come on. Just lay it back. There you go. Fernandez. A bit of a hopeful pass, but it's a great one to Byram. Horta. Byram's on his bike. Horta into Gallagher now. Plays it to Odsonne Edouard. Down. No penalty. Byram. What a save by Consigli again. Should have been a penalty. He should have went down for the penalty there. Well, he did go down, but we should have got a pen for it. We didn't. 5 minutes left. I have no idea how we're going to be out here, by the way. We'll throw Manuel Riedel up front as an auxiliary target man. Odsonne Edouard can be an attacking target man. And now we just have to absolutely lump this forward, pump it into the box, shoot on sight. I have no idea how we're behind now. How we're dropping down to 3rd here. Appia now with the throw. Baumgartlinger nicked. Riedel gives it away. Poor pass. Koo to Petrov. We could get caught here and end up losing on the day. Lovely block though. Breaks to Riedel. Just pass it, son. Great ball actually. Gallagher. Brooks nicks it. Consigli will hit it long. Right to Baumgartlinger. There's a huge chance for them to just nick this now. Budibus. He's in. It's a great challenge, but it breaks to Petrov to whip. It's in. It's Fernandez away. McGinn. Hit it long, McGinn. Right, come on, Edward. Get this. Nope, forward. Horta though over the top for Riedel. Oh, come on. The centre-back's in. Of all guys you want to fall to, he's not at the top of the list, man. Well, Riedel, he scores! Unbelievable! What a goal! That is sensational. Right, let's just get everybody defending now. Let's drop Byram and Borthwick-Jackson right back. We'll go to that flat back 4. A defensive full-back for him. And defensive wing-back for him. Horta can drop back. We'll go with Gallagher just in behind Odsonne Edouard. Gallagher can be an advanced playmaker or attacking midfielder. That's pretty good versatility. But we will now just contain this game. Drop deeper. Shorter passing. Retain possession. Lower tempo. Play even safer. Don't shoot on sight or overlap. Let's just try and shut up and get this 3 points. What a goal, man. What a finish from the centre-back. Puts us first. All of a sudden, I bet Spurs equalise now and we don't get top of the group. Tighten up. 3 added minutes. Come on. Denswell's free kick. Hits it. Oh, just over. Right, that's got to be it. That's got to be the last piece of action now. 20 seconds left. Consigli's about to take the goal kick. 3, 2, 1. Whistle, please. Consigli kicks it. It is over. It is a win in Moscow. Manuel Riedel with a finish. 25 shots to their 9, so it's a well-deserved win. Passionate. Qualifying is a great achievement. Well done. And what ends up the makeup of that group? Let's see how it ends up looking. Group G, Rangers top, then Spurs, then Bilbao. So Bilbao's 2-1 win against Spurs, not enough on the head-to-head. What did Spurs win? Yeah, Spurs won 4-1 over in Spain. So we end on 12 points, Spurs end with 10, Bilbao end with 10, but on head-to-head with Spurs go down to third, and CSKA Moscow finish with only 2 points there. What a game, but what a game. Nah, Ivanov isn't actually that good. That was the boy I was saying, 32 caps, you must have something about you, but no, he doesn't really look to have anything about him, sadly. Yeah, but what a performance. Top of the Champions League group. Amazing stuff. Can't believe it. Honestly, when that draw was made, I thought we had a good chance actually at second place. Bilbao and CSKA Moscow weren't the strongest teams we could have drawn alongside Spurs. But amazing to come top of that. Leandro Latiri gets 52 minutes against Feyenoord but doesn't score any of Villarreal's 2 goals, but he's looking a player now, I'll tell you that much. I wonder where his 6 goals actually have him in La Liga's top scoring. Let's see. Villarreal, who are 4th. That's pretty impressive. He's not on the list here. Who's this wee guy for Barca? Javier Santesteban. What a name that is. Wonder kid and a half. Jesus. He started 4 games, came off the bench in 6, and he has 8 goals. That's incredible. He's got 5 caps for Spain already, and he's only 20 years old. Amazing. Stats, player, detail. Where's goals? Goals. Is that down the bottom? No. Goalkeeping, defending. Goals. Here we go. Leandro Latiri is joint. No, he's actually 8th. He's 8th there. He has 6. Ronaldo, Cardona, Bale, and Bona all have 7. So he's not far off the top, actually. Another decent regen striker there. I think the Champions League draw is going to be next Friday, so sadly we won't see that in this episode. You'll need to wait till next time. But we are just now going to play, goal for Zach Rudden. We are going to play Hibs at Ibrox here to keep the league campaign going. I dare say it's already been a good, successful season for us. The fact that we came top of that Champions League group, we're into the last 16, an amazing achievement for us. And who knows, we're seeded. We might end up getting quarterfinals if we get a favourable draw. Just being seeded doesn't mean we're going to get a favourable draw, by the way. You know, Real Madrid and PSG could easily both be in the same group, in which case one of them are going to be second seeds. So you never know. But it gives us a better chance than if we'd finished second. At least we have an opportunity to get to the quarter-final. Riedel, the goal hero, misses out in this game, incidentally. Ivanildo Fernandez coming in. Podence can come onto the bench. Houston go back there. He can go forward. Slot in there. Yep, against Hibs, it's going to be the same lineup, pretty much. Odsonne Edouard will start because Morelos isn't quite ready. Is he quite... Well, let's check the fitness report. Alfredo Morelos is capable, but fitness test not required. I'm going to leave him just now. I will start Tim Gallagher ahead of Henderson because Henderson's been sloppy recently, quite disappointing. He's worth 13 million. I would take that in a heartbeat for him, I'll tell you that much. So it'll be Fulton, Fernandez, Denswell, Wallace, Byram, Borthwick Jackson, Cataldi, Burjonas, Horta, Gallagher and Odsonne Edouard. Look to try and get young Jordan Henderson back onto the bench. Back onto the field here. Crichton came from Partick, was at Hibs, went to Stoke, now back on loan at Hibs. Is their main man up top, young 18-year-old. But we should be able to beat them here. They're going with a standard 4-2-3-1. Teams such as ours should be winning this without any problems. Beating Hibs, particularly off the back of that great win away in Moscow. We should be up for this. As El Massani plays it to Hanlon and back to Efe Ambrose. Hibs sitting down in 8th place. So we should be able to beat them today. Hearts beating Partick. This will give Celtic 2 games in hand once again, so we need to win this one. Make sure we maintain that 5-point gap. Of course, if they win both games in hand, they can still close a 5-point gap. But we just need to do what we can to try and make it as difficult as possible for them. Falkirk are in the lead in their game as well. And we've done nothing today. We're We're almost going at half time here. 6 shots to their nothing, but we haven't managed to register anything of note. And it's half time. Wow. Don't know what to say about that. Pretty disappointing to say the least. I think we go to the 4-2-3-1 here, see if we can try and create some more chances out of this. Take Ivanildo Fernandez out. We'll go Denswell and Wallace at the back. Ivanildo Fernandez coming off for Jordan Houston. We'll bring on Akram Afif for Tim Gallagher. Horta can continue in behind Odsonne Edouard. We will bring on, incidentally, Alfredo Morelos in the second half at some point, but I don't want to use up all 3 subs just in case somebody goes down with injury or something. Denswell, Borthwick, Jackson. Forward it goes. Still, oh, here we go. Might create something now. Horta cuts it back. Burjonas has to pick her up. Edge of the area. Horta whips her in. Afif touches it in the box. Flicks it to Houston. Tees up Odsonne Edouard. What a save by Woodman. And I can't believe that Odsonne Edouard's missed that either. Denswell's delivery is easily headed away. Houston will return it to the box for Cataldi, who'll bend one, it'll deflect. And it's easily picked up by Ambrose, who can bring it away for Hibs. Who now have a free kick. Much more exciting start to the second half anyway. It's out to McGeoch. Come on, close him down. Don't let him get turned. He does turn. He plays it back to Ali Crawford. To McGuinness now. Who floats one off the post and it's cleared by Murray Wallace. Jesus. That's the closest either side has come. And we're going to have to give Morelos at least half an hour, I think. But we'll see what happens here first. McGeoch, El Massani, Crawford bends one and it's hit the woodwork. Jesus, Hibs are having a good go at this now. Oh crap, we don't have Morelos on the bench. Alright, now I'm struggling. Let's just leave it for now. Don't really have anybody who can change things. Don't know if we... Well, Jordan Houston's coming off injured, sadly. We'll throw on Padence. It's overload time. It seems like the players don't seem to get themselves up anymore for these games. Oh, Fafif lunges in, red card. Yep, it seems like the players don't get up for these basic games. They have no problem going and beating Spurs away, going away and beating CSKA Moscow, handling CSK and Bilbao at Ibrox, but they don't seem to be able to get up and handle Hibs at home anymore, and that's worrying. That's a big, big concern for us. We're still going to have to go, well, we'll go attacking instead of overload, but we still have to go as long as we can, pushing forward. Playing fairly narrow now, of course, because we don't have the width up top. But Hibs have just shut us down here without any effort whatsoever. Been really poor stuff from us. And Celtic now will have the chance, if they win both of those games in hand, they'll have the chance to go 3 clear of us. Unless we can pinch something really late on here, but it doesn't look likely. We might end up losing it, of course, to Hibs, because we're down to 10 men now. McGuinness can play this into the middle, you'd think. No, he goes forward to Crawford, actually. Come on, nick it and counter them. Goes back now to Murray. McGuinness, Crawford. Nicked by Cataldi, but it's a poor long ball. Porteous to McGuinness. Crawford. Come on, hold your line. Nick Borthwick Jackson. The long ball this time is better. Edward, can he play in Padence? He can. Come on, son, nick it for us. Padence is in. New contract if he scores. He scores! How good is that? Cataldi and Burjonas can... Well, Burjonas can't actually drop any deeper. Cataldi can go in there as a defensive midfielder. In fact, as a ball-winning midfielder, we'll try him. Burjonas, Horta there. Padence can just come back here and be a deeper winger. Odsonne Edouard. In fact, Odsonne Edouard can go there onto the left as a wide target man. Why not? And as I say, we'll just try and contain this now. Pump the ball long to the flanks. And what a finish by Padence. Very similar, actually, to the Manuel Riedel goal that sunk CSKA. It's two late 1-0 scorelines we look to be on for here. Not exactly free-flowing, beautiful football from us in either game, but we're going to win both games, up against it both times. Nearly out of the Champions League altogether in Moscow before that late winner, and then we end up topping the group. Then in this one, down to 10 men, look like we're going to possibly even lose it with Hibs probing around our box. Then we go long, play him in, and he makes no mistake, Podence. I think maybe I was a bit hasty when I said new contract for him if he scores. I'll take him off the transfer list at least. Edward Jonas, come on, blow the whistle, ref. We've nearly played an extra minute over the top of what we were supposed to play. There we go. Stunning goal from Daniel Podence, wins the day. I'm going to tell him it was a good win because we were down to 10 men. And Podence ends up with the man of the match just for scoring that goal. As I say now, he is coming off the transfer list, unspecified, not listed anymore. Boom, there you go. Houston's back out for 1 to 2 days. A FIFA's banned, as you would expect. We'll warn him for that. Hibs fired Tommy Wright. Harsh, but there you go. Any of the loanees playing well. Yep, Andy Gilmore playing well for Motherwell. I'll look at him again. Looking pretty good. What about Craig Brown? Playing well as well for Motherwell. Improving at all? Yeah, a little bit. On his heading at least. Aidan Wilson playing well. How is it? Is it too late for him? 22 years of age now? Yeah, it's way too late for him to make it at Rangers. Fraser Foy playing well, the young goalkeeper. I think he's probably surplus. Yep, he is indeed. Ollie Cook is definitely surplus. Dapo Mabudi does not play well as St Johnstone lose 5-0 to Falkirk. Well, let's see how Celtic get on before we call this an episode. One of our best episodes in a long, long time. And we were within, what, 2 minutes in either game of it going the other way. Sensational progress made today. Aberdeen versus Celtic at Pittodrie. Bottom of the table, Aberdeen. Lose 1-0. Scott Sinclair bags the goal. Celtic are back to within 2 with that game in hand. Artem Zubia, 33 years of age. No thank you. Aberdeen then sack Peter Grant. Both ourselves and Celtic get somebody fired. Hibs manager gone. And of course the Aberdeen manager now gone as well. So it was a good episode for us. 2 solid 1-0 victories, of course, with completely different impacts on our season. CSKA Moscow 1-0 victory away in Russia puts us top of the Champions League group as Spurs lose at home to Bilbao and we qualify seeded for the last 16 in the Champions League. Then against Hibs, down to 10 men, up against it. We decide to go long. Through goes Podence, cool as you like, and finishes. Gets us the 3 points that we needed there. So a great episode for us. Brilliant, brilliant episode. Sort of the turning point of the season now. We're going to get Scottish Cup action soon. We're at the business end of the season in terms of the league coming up. We actually only have, we have 3 games left before we go. Sorry, we have 4 games left before we go on a bit of a winter break for 2 weeks or so. So we've got Kilmarnock, Dundee and Falkirk. Kilmarnock, Dundee, Falkirk and Celtic before we go on that little break. Celtic playing them at Ibrox. That's when we've got that little break after that. Does that mean... It does mean the last game of the season before the split is away at Celtic Park, which is not so good news. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Magnificent excitement and action during this one, particularly that late goal by Riedel in Moscow. Centre back running through against a keeper who's made 2 phenomenal saves and cool as you like bends it round him. A lovely finish. As I say, putting us top. If you've enjoyed the episode, by the way, please drop down below and leave a like on the video. It really does help out on the channel here. And of course, to follow the season, particularly, of course, how we get on in the Champions League and if we can fend off the challenge of Celtic this year, you want to subscribe to the channel, and I'd be eternally grateful if you did so. But mostly just want to thank you guys for watching this episode, and I'll see you next time when we're taking on, where are we, Kilmarnock and Dundee.